welcome back to my channel. Today, continue with Shadow Souls. Last video was episode 6. This is going to be the third episode I'm watching of the debut. Now they're in the gardens that the dolls are supposed to look for. The Shadow Masters, where Edward scrambled about, threw them around, struck them up, hang them up, box them up, and wherever he did. And the dolls are not supposed to get them dirty or harmed, something like that. And because John got himself out wherever he was before Sean found him, and he's dirty, I wonder if they're going to be put down a level when Edward sees John, because he didn't exactly get his Shadow Master out. And then he's dirty, all that stuff. I already seen where John was. Well, we didn't actually see where he was. We saw the explosion and how he got out, but it seems like he was actually on the ground. Kate is suspended over a cliff. It looks like a cliff because it's so dark where she is. I feel like she's gonna drop off, like her and Emily, like I said, that seems like a whole different thing, but they're gonna drop off, they're gonna navigate around the outside world, learn some secrets, but that, it doesn't seem likely. But she is suspended somewhere over a cliff. It looks like a cliff. I'm just gonna say cliff from now. And I'm pretty sure Edward put her over there because he doesn't like her. And I wonder why he doesn't like her. It's not like Kate knows him, then I can like speculate, oh, then she probably did something to him. She doesn't know him. He knows her. And then they don't like Emily Cole as well. But Emily Cole was just given to her. Emily Cole was just awakened out of wherever she's sleeping. I don't know how exactly it works, but like Emily Cole didn't know anyone in the house. She didn't know like her Shadow Master. She didn't know what to do. So it seemed like she was recently created and put there. So like, how could you guys hear it as well? Did you make her on purpose to give to Kate, to bring Kate down, stuff like that? And how John got himself out with his powers, like Kate was saying from last video. I didn't actually mention it, but I understood. I think she was saying that he got himself out with his powers, the powers she has, but he isn't aware of them yet, like how she is. I wonder if that's why they have it out for her, because she's aware of her powers, maybe not supposed to be aware of their powers, because maybe they're all supposed to have. And yeah, how exactly the last episode ended, I think it just like showed, yes, the nobles. It was like showing them watching over the debut happening. I think the only ones on the map board are the Shadow Masters. Some of them are dragging across the map, so you can see exactly where they're moving, and then you have the nobles watching them like it's a freaking game. And it seems as if though they're aware what Edward's doing, because it said he's being harsh on poor last placed Kate. They know exactly how he has it out for her and how he's kind of being unfair, I guess, but I guess they have no say in what he does, even though they're like, you know, they can control him, but I guess they're just gonna stay out of it and let him conduct the debut. I wonder if they're going to be showing more in this episode. Maybe just like one reveal of them, and then we can see exactly what they're doing behind the scenes as we're watching Emily Cole and them, but like not go back to them, because they all shady. No pun intended. But yes, I want to see what's happening in this next episode. So without further ado, let's continue. Also, I forgot to mention, just been brought to my attention, I've been pronouncing suit wrong. I've been saying suit. I didn't see no problem with it because no one had a problem with it until someone had a problem with it and they brought it to my attention. So I just wanted to say now that I know. Like, I didn't know I was saying it wrong on purpose, you know? There's a lot of commonly mispronounced words, and that's just one of them, and I didn't know. But yeah, it's pronounced soot. I've been saying suits. I've never said that word actually in my life before until this anime, but I knew the meaning of the word, like what it was, and you know. It's soot, and I'll say it better from now on. Dun, 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 dun. An incomplete map. Wait, they're seeing the dolls too. I thought I saw only shadow pieces. Emily Cohen. You're the ones who will fail? Oh, he's... Makes sense. But how could he see them? They also have, like, shadow servants as well. And she's the one from the first episode who, like, blew the bird away, and he just became sad again. Okay, since they're sending him a message, I said in the beginning, that they probably don't want to interfere what he does with the debut, but I guess they do. They said there's the two who will fail. And how do they know their names? Like, Lou, okay, she's Lou and her thing's Louise, right? Yeah. Her master, not thing. He's gonna grab her? I forgot his name though. Is he Patrick? I don't remember the other name though. She's holding on. Oh. Yeah, she must be holding on. I'm not trying to imagine her drop to no death. As long as it's not my face. Lou and Louise, Sean and John, Emily Cole, Kate, Patrick and... I don't know. Ricky! But I was trying to make it rhyme and I knew it didn't because I said that doesn't really match like how they kept saying Sean and John, Lou and Louise. Patrick, Ricky, that's because it's saying like that I guess. Patrick, Ricky. Anyways, enough with the names. Because, yeah, he's saying it now, it's like what I'm saying. Ooh, they can cry? They're basically like humans. They're just shadow. Like, I mean, they have powers too, so they're not necessarily humans, but I just wouldn't expect for them to cry since you can't even see their facial features. She's literally the sun. It's not a worse name or bad nickname to call her Sunshine. Compared to anything else they could have called her. And he was crying like... He tries to act like all high and mighty, like how I was saying about him and his doll from last episode, I think. They're not going to be that bad. Like, he was crying. And they have the same faces too. I'm looking at him, I see his eyelashes, his nose, they have the same face. Like, I didn't forget that, but I'm just thinking about it. I think she should leave it for Ricky though. Looks like a tomato. She's too nice. Not that it's a bad thing. I really like her, and she's making them change their opinions of her. She's really gonna uplift people and make them all like her. Like, when they're all against her, when some of them are like the nobles are against her, I'm pretty sure a lot of people will have her back, like the ones in the cover. If Dorothy were Sunshine, she'd use him to her advantage. Talking about each other? I wonder when he'll get his glasses. A computer can. That's the middle where Edward is. Wherever Kate is, she should be around the edge. Maybe it'll get the door to open like a puzzle. I don't think they're all muddy water, but I don't think they're... And they might even want to harm your face. Or like, it could cut you. You're lucky with the muddy water is basically what he's saying. If they all sit. It looks like a canvas. You probably won't be able to see, of course. I could probably zoom in, but. Oh, this picture is so cute. Oh, the rabbit, because it looks like that. You can see that it is without touching it. The sizing. I was about to say, oh, from the sizing of shoes, you know who it is. Looks like an elephant. He was supposed to go back, so then Sean would find him. I guess they're moving very fast. I knew he'd be close because he was supposed to go back from what Kate said. And I forgot he wants to marry Kate. Anyways, marry Kate. Susu. Okay, so he's aware of his power, but I don't even know. Kate was saying, Kate was saying it seems as though he isn't aware or something. Maybe she's, okay, I don't know. Because Emily-ko knows because she knows. I don't know if they all know that they're supposed to have powers. Mustn't get dirty. But it's not like if they do go down level, they're not at the bottom where the spikes are, so. He just said John is aiming for the top. I just thought it meant she's like hanging from the top. He's gonna say, oh, never mind. I thought he was gonna mention, yeah, the whole married thing. They just dropped it. And what she's locked in is way harder to get out of than the crates. Not just her being up high, but it's like all metal. They're in wooden boxes. Those dots are really small now that they're pointing in and zooming out. Yes, them Tim Ram and Shirley. She's looking. And the distance walked. This is all stuff in the way. Someone, I don't know if someone took a spray bottle, but there was a spray bottle. I was thinking that could have probably helped. Change of clothes there? Was that what he talking about? I feel like it relates to the clothes because he mentioned that scissors. We're talking about his clothes. And if the rest of her is dirty except that tiny piece, that's where clean clothes would be. You went front and back. He likes it. Now if you could just wear your glasses. If they go for Shirley. I feel like he imitated his face. Not like intentionally, but that's exactly what John was looking like. You think to say thanks? I feel like she can start talking on her own without her finger. Oh. You think because they're lower on the chart, which is why they're in more difficult situations to get out of. Because wherever Shirley is, she looks strapped up, like she can't move. And then maybe like, I think she's suspended just like Kate is. She's like somewhere high. It kind of looks like she's in like a greenhouse. Like a little circle cage. Yeah. So I wonder what the train brings. No, that train goes around the little dollhouse, the little house, the replica house in the globe. Oh, I didn't even get to hear the lyrics before, so let me read it. Alright, so it's episode 7, an incomplete map. At first, I thought Edward he does have it up for Kate. Like, there's no mistake in that. But I don't think, like I was saying in the beginning, he did mention that he can't just fail people. He has to put them through trials to actually be able to fail them fairly, I guess. Even he wants to be fair or not be completely, like, biased. But so Kate's suspended over a cliff, like I keep mentioning it. Until I see Emily Cole go there, she's over a cliff. But they show Shirley at the end of this episode where I'm supposed to go, and it seems as if though she's in the same predicament as Kate. I said a lot of seems as if though, but it fits. She looked like to be in like the same cage like her, not the same decorated, but hers had like, it looked like a greenhouse type. There's like a lot of flowers, things, and she was strung up too. So it doesn't look like strong ropes, like little strings, like she could move. But I just wonder, the fact that they didn't zoom out to show exactly where Shirley is, then I think she is kind of in a similar situation like Kate, and because she's low too, right? Hopefully next episode Emily Cole finds Kate, same with them finding Shirley. But I really want to see Kate's reaction to the entire trial, whatever they're doing right now for this half of the debut, because I mean, like, when she realizes because they're lower on the chart, it's not necessarily like he has it out for me, he put me in such a dangerous situation. I guess if the dog gets their shadow master out of such a dangerous situation and they're so low on the charts, they'll get raised maybe 2 levels higher because it was more harder to get them out than how it was for like John being in the crate and Patrick and all that. And those nobles, like, I don't understand them. At first I thought they wouldn't like try to interfere with the debut, leave everything to Edward, but they're sending him messages and they didn't say what the message said. They just said he just said that they need to find a quieter way of sending messages instead of this loud pigeon. It didn't actually read what the message said. So I wonder what they wanted from him or wanted him to do. Maybe they still not trying to interfere, but like the way they're watching it and the way they said, oh, those two would, let me see exactly what they said. Yeah, these two have stopped moving, which was Ram and Emily Cole, and they said they're the ones who will fail. Never take your eyes off them. So it seems like they are expecting, maybe whatever they're expecting doesn't mean it has to happen because they're not necessarily going to deliberately make them fail just because they don't like them, but they said these are the ones who will fail. I don't know why they're so certain when Emily Cole's actually doing a really good job and she's helping out others along the way, and then she tell them to go and make it to the finish, and then she'll go find Kate. Like, she's worrying about others, uplifting others, being that sunshine, giving Patrick the flower and some tangerines or oranges, whatever she had. Like, she's, maybe because she's worried so much about other people, which I feel like that's why they feel like she's going to lose or fail. I just wonder why they're so certain. Hopefully they're not gonna rig the after results for the debut, because it seems as if though they already had their minds made up on who they want to succeed, who they like best, and all that stuff without actually even meeting them. And they know all their names. Maybe they don't know their names. They call her Sunshine over there, but they called Sean by his name. So they all, some of them, whoever was saying about Sean, likes Sean. I don't know exactly how. I don't know if they're always supposed to know the, maybe because they're having the debut, they need to research on them. But anyways, that's all I want to mention for episode 7. The Noble family is doing some, like I said in the beginning, shady business. I don't know exactly if they're trying to rig the debut. They have favorites. They're expecting them and Emily Cole to fail, which is, I don't understand. I feel like just because they expect it doesn't mean it's gonna happen, but I feel like that's what they're gonna make sure happens, and hopefully that's not the case, because that's not fair. Emily Cole is gonna do great things. Like I keep mentioning, we all love Emily Cole, but yes, that's all I want to mention. I think I'll say it. Other than, I hope you enjoyed the video and if you got this far, thank you for watching, and I'll see you later.